Now, we would like to invite Dr. Dayananda Pathak to give his keynote address. Dr. Dayananda Pathak, for his earliest job, was in Assam Civil Service. After resigning his job, he got into teaching from BH College, Howli. Then he became the principal in Surendra College, Hazu, and later in Pragyutis College, Guwahati. He was a professor in English at USTM and is currently a professor at Sankaradeva Studies at Mahapurush Srimanta Sankaradeva Madhavdeva. He is credited with the translation for various books of Sankaradeva and Madhavdeva and authored enlightening books like The Beautiful Mind of Sankaradeva and the Apostles of Assam Vaishnavism, the Mahapurush. And he is currently working on his new book, Poet and Playwright Sankaradeva, His Life and Legacy.
Today is a great occasion. Great occasion for all of us. And for that, credit goes straight to three organizations. The Visva-Bharati, Santiniketan, Department of Assamese. Then I do Kanaklata, Mahila Tirtha, Assam, the sister organization of Assam Satra Mahasabha, and Assam Royal Global University, Guwahati. And what is most important, this international seminar is being held in this holy land of Visva-Bharati. And when we think of Visva-Bharati, when we refer to Visva-Bharati, one great name appears in our mind, Rabindranath Tagore. He was the spirit still behind us. And he is the spirit, he is guiding all of us in this holy land. So, this international seminar, I am invited to give the keynote address. And Sankaradeva and Madhavdeva taken together, and it constitutes a very vast region. And it is very difficult, to give a proper understanding or proper assessment of the two great saints and seers that the world has ever produced. And that too, within some limited time, it is very difficult. Still, I will try my best to give the gist of what this seminar is going to be about. So for example, one thing, we draw your attention to one thing. The title of the seminar, the subject chosen for the seminar is creation. One word is creation and another word is universalization. How the works of these two great seers, Srimanta Sankaradeva and Madhavdeva, they reflected this creativity, latent creativity, it is having, than universalization. Whether their thoughts patterns, thought frequencies are relevant for the present generation of globally. So these are the two focal points. These are the two main points of this particular seminar. And for this, I think I convey my best wishes to the organizers, these three organizers, especially this IDO Kanaklata Tirtha, then Department of Assamese Visva-Bharati. And we are also very hopeful and very confident that the person sitting in the dais, this one is, they are also great scholars. Then Professor Narottam Shanapati, then Ankuran Datta has already given his speech, then Professor Manoranjan Pradhanji, and this lighting of the lamp is done by Haridev Goswami. So we are very lucky enough and we feel very happy to be with you this time. So regarding the topic is very difficult topic and it cannot be, finished up or be given, it is very difficult to finish up the thing. So about Sankaradeva I will not speak much because Sankaradeva poet present a social engineer. I always call him a social engineer of legendary height of the 16th and 15th century, overstep the regional and national frontiers. They cannot be bound up within the national and regional frontiers. They are for the whole world, for humanity. That part is being addressed by in this particular seminar. Then see, although he is associated with Vaishnavism, already Pradhanji has already said, although he is associated with Vaishnavism, Neo-Vaishnavism or whatever, he was essentially above all these religious identities. Sankaradeva and Madhavdeva were above those religious identities. And you cannot restrict them within Neo-Vaishnavism or something like that. So, above all these religious identities in terms of a straight jacket exclusivities. You cannot be exclusive, You see, then Vaishnavism as a religious principle or practice started long before. Already Senapatiji has already described, so I will get out of it. So Sankadeva's idea of life was multidimensional. My point is, Sankadeva's idea of life, his view of life was multidimensional. And religion was simply a part of it. You see, religion was simply a part of it. And he was taking over the totality of human excellence. That was his objective. So Sankaradeva was multidimensional. His place cannot be confined only within the narrow geographical periphery of what we call religiosity. Religiosity is simply a part of it, not the whole of it. You see, our ideas of religion largely across the world are insularity prone. We are prone, you see. Then, for example, Islam is for Muslims only. You see, then Christianity is, with all diversity, is for the Christians only. And similarly, Vaishnavism, with all its time-tested and history-based credentials, is also for specific community of believers, inimical and unfriendly sometimes. You see, to some other religious sections of the society. Religion implies character. Our concept of religion is sometimes it is very, very conflicted. Religion implies a character of a particular object. Live or non-live. So for example, the religion of fire is to burn. It is the religion of the fire. It gives you warmth, it fires, it burns, and it gives life. That is the religion of fire. Then religion of water is to quench your thirst, you see. Quench your thirst and all living animals, to fertilize the earth, fertilize the ground, to regulate the weather, and many other things, you see. Where there is no water, there is no life. You see, every object of nature has a religion, and that trait keeps mankind and human civilization in the prevailing ecology relevant. So, these are some of the points. A man cannot live without by narrow religious identities alone. A man cannot live by religion alone, He has to think about his economy, he has to think about the society, he has to think about your cultural identities. So for life, one has to work hard. He has also to keep his identity socially alive. Then for this we will have to look at the life and teachings of Lord Krishna. Let us learn from the lessons of Lord Krishna as explicated to Arjuna, as narrated in the Bhagavad Gita. There it is said, prime duty of man is to do work and to spend time on what is desirable and indispensable, as decided by time and situation. Situation sometimes decides your position, your work. Sankaradeva, in all his works, literary or social or art-centric, also sought to follow what Lord Krishna stated in the Holy Gita, you see, and also in his divine Leelas. All the literary works of Sankaradeva carried a message of humankind at large. His work stood for the total man. My point is, his work stood for total man, totality of his expression of his personality. He said, first think of your own stomach, then think of God. So that was the philosophy. So practical philosophy, down-to-earth philosophy, based on his down-to-earth feelings, it is there, So he said, Prothame Saul Katha, Tar Pasam, Hori Katha, you see. So this is very important, meaning that first you must have your food and then holy name of the Lord. Holy name will come later. Then pursuing the holy words of Lord Krishna, Sankaradeva put exclusive primacy over bhakti, over activities. Even Sankha Yoga, Gyan Yoga, Dhyan Yoga, if they are without bhakti, they are useless. That was the philosophical, part of Sankaradeva. Then finally, he was a protagonist of peace and love. Peace and love, he believed, creates the foundation of creative social life. You see? So these things are there. Then about Madhavdeva, I will speak a few words, then I will conclude. Madhavdeva was a chief disciple of Sankaradeva and a follower of Sankaradeva, closely followed the ideas of his master, both in letter and spirit. Just as Kirtan Gosha is the magnum opus of the Sankaradeva, Madhavdeva's magnum opus is Nam Gokha. Actually, they are following each other, Then Madhavdeva, a celibate by choice, tried his best to universalize the teachings of Sankaradeva, and Madhavdeva was also a great poet and a dramatist and a lyricist of high standard, During the closing period of his life, the Satra institution started becoming the realities of the people's day-to-day life. He preferred to die in Coach Bihar. It is very interesting. Now Coach Bihar is in West Bengal. Sankaradeva died in West Bengal, and Madhavdeva also, he chose to die where his master died, you see. And Sankaradeva was cremated, his funeral pyre was lit beside the river Tirtha. And Madhavdeva also, he has also chosen that I will die in Bengal, and my funeral must also be there where my master Sankaradeva was fired, funeral, pyre was lit. So he preferred to die by the river, Tirtha. He preferred to die in Coach Bihar and also preferred to be consigned to flame. After he said, where is master? Sankaradeva was consigned to flame beside the river Tirtha in Coach Bihar. Regarding the creativity of Madhavdeva, his attachment for Bhaktikal, he also wrote a good number of books. Rajashya Kakbo, Janma Rahasya, Nama Malika, Bhakti Ratnavali, you see. Then 9 plays as many as Arjun Bhanjan, then Pimpara Gushwa, Bhumi Letwa, Bhojan Bihar, Brahma Mohan, Bhushan Ruran, Uttara Khela, Raj Jumura, etc. etc. Then Satra institutions have already become educational and cultural centers. Now, about Satra institutions, I must speak a few words, because Satra institutions are now universities. They can be given the status of universities. And it reminds us of what Benjamin Franklin said, Benjamin Franklin, he said, every house is a university. And the parents are the best teachers of their children. You see, every house every home is a university for their children. You see, if your home life is disturbed, then disturbance affects the children, They cannot be educated, University can give you only degrees, not education, I remember, Moral education, they will receive only from your home. So that is very important, So, the innovation came with Satra institution. Then this Madhavdeva and these Vaishnava gurus, they thought of Satra institution. And I feel, I am very proud that Satra institution is the best university that we can ever have, in our own place, So this is very important for us, and we feel it very important. Then Madhavdeva added a new dimension to Bhakti movement. He added a new dimension, to Bhakti movement. He thought man must get away from the art of emancipation of moksha. This is very important. Moksha, where worship the God and we are maintaining a religious life for moksha. In the Sri Krishna's Bhagavad Gita, Gita said that it started with Visha Yoga. That means your heart is paining. You are very painful life, from pain to liberation, there are 18 chapters. First chapter is called Visha Yoga. Visha, that means Dukh, Visha Yoga. And the last chapter is Moksha. That means you are liberated, you are emancipated. from the tentacles of life, that cycle, But Madhavdeva said, no, I will not want that moksha also. I want only bhakti. I mean, moksha cannot be superior to bhakti. You see, he has taken bhakti to that level. You cannot even imagine, that I do not like liberation. I do not like emancipation. I want bhakti. Bhakti cannot be inferior to your emancipation. You see. So that is a new dimension added by, Madhavdeva to bhakti. Then bhakti should be the prime concern for every devotee, for every person, that too unconditionally. Your bhakti must be unconditional. That is prioritized. Not even for moksha. You see, in this connection, I may refer to a play. I may refer to a play by Judge Bernard Shaw, Devil's Disciple. That is, in the Devil's Disciple, that philosophy says, I do good work not for reputation, not for anything. I do good work that it should be done. You see, every person should do good work unconditionally. Not for fame, not for name, not for any other consideration, Madhavdeva was for that kind of bhakti, So their collective thought pattern to harness the creativity of the people and to universalize them in the larger context must be acknowledged with reverence and pride. And I come to the end of it, I should be very, very brief. So with these three words, I think, at least I am giving you a gist of it, some inkling of what they thought about it, So I congratulate and I convey my best wishes to the organizers, and I also express my happiness for being in this university, Visva-Bharati. And some say about 20 years back, I was given some orientation in the sociology department of this university in Santiniketan. So I still remember those days. So with these three words, I conclude and I express my happiness and wish this function a great success. Thank you so much.